Okay, part 3 and hopefully the final video about this whole Gamestop transgender thing. Alright, first off, we as people, we have to come to an understanding of everyone is different and everyone is unique and special in their own way, without question. First off, we need to stop judging people off of looks. Alright? Gotta stop that, first and foremost, because that's one of the things that holds up everybody from getting things. It holds us up from getting jobs. It holds us up from getting relationships. It holds us up from just about everything on the planet because we're judged by other people on how we look, not how we act, not how we behave, not how we are treated. And then we start treating people the way that they treat us, and then it's just one big clusterfuck that leads to another and another and another. Now this whole Gamestop transgender thing, it was definitely a clusterfuck. Everybody and their mom was chiming in on it, and I'm chiming in on it too, so that should tell you that it has reached breaking standards. It's probably got over 1,000 views by now. It's got more views than I've got, that's for sure. But the point of the matter is that we as people, we have to set higher standards. First and foremost, I don't know the transgender offender law. Okay? I have no idea that that shit existed until I seen that video today. Excuse me. And I started looking for it, because if you don't know, then you don't know. Yeah, how can you commit a crime if you don't know you're committing a crime? I did not know that calling a transgender person by their actual gender was a criminal offense. Now, I don't know if that can be enforced here in Charlottesville, Virginia. I don't know. I don't know that many transgender people that I'm going to go around and look and try to find out. That's just not my thing. You're transgender, God bless you. Okay? I'm with you. I support you. I might not support everything that you do behind closed doors, but for the life that you live, I support you, I praise you, I pray for you that you stay safe. That's pretty much the gist of it from where I stand. I don't give a damn what you do after that. As long as you're not hurting children and animals, you can do whatever the hell you want. It's not hurting me. It's not hurting me. Just, here's the thing on that, and this happens, and I have to point this out because a lot of people have died for being transgender. A lot of people have been murdered for being transgender, and a lot of people are missing right now for being transgender. And most of the time, us normal, regular-ass people don't give a fuck. And they won't go out and look for them. They won't try to save them. They won't try to help them. And a lot of people kill transgender people, and generally they kill the transgender male transcending into a female because they fell for the deception and the lie. And when I was younger, when I was homophobic, that was like my biggest fear right there, is to go meet a girl whose male membership was bigger than mine. Alright? And as I've gotten older and I've gotten a little bit more open-minded, it's all cool and everything. I still don't want that to happen because I don't know how I would react. I don't like being lied to on any level. It's just as simple. If you don't like me, I'd rather you tell me to my face so that I'll get the knife the first time instead of you jamming it in my back and then turning it, because that's not helping either one of us. But a lot of people can't handle honesty. If I'm not wanted, I like to know that I'm not wanted. That way I don't have to come around looking like a jackass when I know I'm not wanted there. I mean, who wants to look like an idiot all the damn time? Not me, but you never know. People do eccentrically stupid shit, and sometimes we don't consciously think about it, or we just don't give a damn. It's kind of a give or take any way you slice it. Sometimes we don't give a damn, and sometimes we do. It's just a matter of preference. But as I got older, as I got to know a few gay people, I worked with a gay guy once when I was still homophobic. I only had that job for a day. I got fired the next day. And he treated me right, He was trying to teach me how to do it. And I would make these phone calls selling these light bulbs, and God rest Kelly's soul, he and I had a good conversation. And I got to understanding him within the hours of working with him. And he was looking out for me. He was trying to make sure that I kept the fucking job. He even tried to help me save my job. And it just wasn't happening. I wasn't selling light bulbs. And every time I made a phone call, I seemed to have got the same racist white people every phone call. It seems like I called everybody in the same neighborhood. And they probably all reached out on each other's phones. Hey, y'all got this damn nigger. He's calling us about these light bulbs. And that's how they sound. Alright, and I'm sorry if that word offended anybody and if that racist accent offended anybody. Anyway, that shit does happen. And the same thing can be said for transgender people. They go through a whole lot worse than just racism. They got sexism, racism, and people want to kill them just because They want to be who they are. And we have to accept that. They want to be who they are. They have that right. We had a couple of cases not too long back where a teenage kid is transgender. They won't allow, I don't remember if it's a boy or girl, but it's in Virginia, and they won't allow him or her, whichever one it is, because I can't remember, to use whichever bathroom they feel comfortable in. Okay? Now, as a kid, you don't have a bunch of fucking kids running around thinking, oh, I'm going to rape this person today. Kids don't think about no damn rape and shit, and they're giving this kid a problem. The kid's not even a teenager. You see where I'm getting a little pissed off about that? I can understand if the kid was like maybe 17 or 18, because they're almost grown. And maybe they have a little bit more lewd thoughts due to the shit that we put on TV. As an actor and an independent filmmaker, hey, we put some crazy shit on TV. And some people actually believe TV more than reality. And also, since there's so many reality TV programs, it's kind of hard to not confuse the children, but that shit happens. Now, as I end this video, I just want you guys to understand that, you know, when you are classified as normal, you know, you're classified as normal when you were born. You are not born unless you have, I don't remember exactly the term, but you're born a hermaphrodite. You know, that means you're born with a penis and a vagina. Alright? Now, 9 times out of 10, most people, when they have hermaphrodite children, they decide to go with the girl gender. Alright? They probably give the kid a good, like, once over, because if the kid has ovaries, it would probably be safer to make her a her instead of a him. That way, the kid doesn't have a whole lot of fucked up shit going on in their life. Alright? And that's just like metaphorically speaking. There've been a lot more people born hermaphrodites that have ovaries than testicles. And if they have that, it's better to just go ahead and make them a female in many people's perspective. I'm not saying just my perspective, but in many people's perspective, and probably the doctor's perspective, and probably the parents. And that's something that y'all have to sit and talk about before y'all sign over the birth certificates and all that stuff to figure out what are you guys going to do. And that's a hard, complicated choice. If I ever had a hermaphrodite child, I'm saying this on record right now, I'm going to go ahead and make it a female. Period. And the reason that is because I'd rather her be in a safe environment with girls than be bullied by boys like I was bullied all my damn life, and I'm not a hermaphrodite, you know. And be that I was scared of my mom, I never fought my bullies in school, but they would never fight me outside of school. So you see the clusterfuck there. When it comes to people, alright, the prime example of that would be, I'm a fan of I Am Jazz, so Jazz, if you're watching, Jazz hands. Jazz has whatever it is that I'm trying to say, and she identified more as a girl, and now that she is a young lady, off of looking at her from the show and her childhood pictures as she's growing up, I honestly would have never known that Jazz was transgender by looking at her. Being that she's like 14 or 15 now, I would have never known. Never ever known. And that's the thing. Some people do look like their gender from their mind in their face. A lot of people don't. As example of that transgender woman on the Gamestop video. You can tell that that transgender woman was once a man. And there are some transgender women who transgender from women to men, like Cher's son, Sonny, Bono's son, Chad, I don't know his name, but he transgendered from female to male. And from looking, I couldn't tell because I didn't know, you know. And it's very rare occasions, I think, that it works where women go from male to female. I mean, from female to male. See, I'm confusing my damn self. From female to male, it's like more rare. Usually it's from male to female. And I could be wrong on both accounts. I'm not transgender. I don't understand how any of that shit works, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. So if you guys understand that, you guys can correct me. Feel free. I'm a dickhead on that. I don't know about any of that shit. I just know they're alive, they're human, and we should leave them the hell alone. That's pretty much it. Respect. It's all about respect. Now, in the defense of the transgender male that's going to female on this GameStop video, if this has happened to you in more than one time at that store, my advice is to not go to that store. That's just my advice. I don't like trouble, alright? I like fighting, but only when I'm not the person starting it. I don't mind defending myself, as a martial artist, I didn't really start a lot of fights when I got older. When I was a younger kid and was forced to fight as a street fighter as a child, hey, I did what I was supposed to do because I didn't have a choice. Fight or get beat up. That was the choice. So, by the time I got 12, I got better at martial arts and fighting became more of a way of life, but for good causes and not for bad causes. Plus, I got so deep into X-Men and Spider-Man, I became more of a person who suffered from superhero syndrome to try to do what's right instead of doing what was wrong. That being said, we need to respect all people in all walks of life, whether you are a straight male or a straight female or the alternative lifestyle. Again, I do not know all the letters, so we're not going to go there. I'm just going to say alternative lifestyle. So any video that I bring up transgender stuff, I'm just going to use alternative lifestyle. I don't think that is offensive, and it's better than saying transgender because it's still labeling you, but it's labeling you harder to say transgender because, as the video points out, the transgender female in the video says she has been misidentified every time she's come to the store. Logic states you should probably not go to that store anymore. However, a lot of people don't think logically and just would rather be treated like shit than do what's right for them. I want you guys to think about that while you discuss it amongst yourselves with this video and the other two before this. I'm James Williams Jr. If I have offended anyone with this video in the three-parter with the transgenders and all that, first off, that was not my intention. My intention was to teach you guys a lesson on life and how if you don't know, then you should probably ask. And you should probably not forget. I have been guilty of that same shit. I've met some transgender males going to females, and I couldn't really tell. And I didn't really try to offend. One of them worked at the local Food Lion, and I apologize to that person. I'm not going to use your name or anything. I apologize to that person. I apologize to you right now because I didn't know. Let me put it to you this way. Sometimes people are just zofted or big boned or plump or fat or whatever you want to call them. And when they're transgendering, a lot of fat men and women are very pretty in the face, and even a pretty man in the face, I would never be able to tell if they were transgender. I don't have x-ray vision. I'm not Kal-El. I can't see through their clothes to see what the hell they are. But more importantly, is your gender more a state of mind or a state of body? And that's the problem. Alright, as a man, a straight man, I see boobs. I love boobs. I'm gonna make a fourth part. I'm sorry.